The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Supporters of President-elect Bongbong Marcos were in high spirits as they witnessed his proclamation at the Marcos headquarters in Mandaluyong City. Mobile journalist Julie Baiza with that story.
In the middle of bustling EDSA, groups in red and green continue to flock to the Marcos headquarters in Mandaluyong. Never mind the heat and hunger, supporters have been longing to get a glimpse of Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Their fervor never wavered, ever since unofficial results showed their bet as the clear winner. Such is the case for Lolo Inigo, who traveled miles from Quezon. He was a former government employee under late dictator Ferdinand Marcos Sr. He hopes to get in touch with his former boss's son to get help.
Magkatrabaho yung aking mga anak, magkatrabaho ako kung pwede pa para makasuporta ko sa aking maintenance.
Lola Melita says she also came to ask for help to reopen her own school, which closed due to the pandemic. Melly, on the other hand, claims she heard that Marcos Jr. will be giving out money.
Nadingig ko na namimiga daw si BBM dito ng tulong na 10,000, sir. Ay ganito naman, wala pa pala.
But some supporters are more than happy to just show support, like Oscar, who apart from bringing his pictures with the Marcos family, carried with him a cassette tape which contains what he believes to be Marcos Jr.'s favorite songs.
At puro Beatles ang parang nasanay siya sa mga kantang mga Beatles eh.
Their reasons may vary from wanting to have even a glimpse of Marcos Jr., but they have a single hope: a better life in the next 6 years, a hope they hope will be realized under the new administration. Mobile journalist Julie Baiza, we are One News.
The camp of Marcos Jr. said that they did not intend to exclude some media firms from the press briefing earlier today. Incoming Executive Secretary Vic Rodriguez explained that they previously committed to give interviews to Net25, SMNI, and GMA. Only these 3 networks were invited to the press conference today, where Marcos Jr. announced additional members to his cabinet.
Ito yung commitment na ibinigay ng aming media team nung kampanya dito sa 3 network na agad nang nagpasabi na kung sakasakali hong mananalo si then candidate Bongbong Marcos, maaari ho ba kaming mapagbigyan ng one-on-one interview.
And the COMELEC wants provincial election supervisors to explain why there were missing COCs at the canvassing of votes in Congress. COMELEC Chairman Saidamen Pangarungan sent a notice to election officers from Pampanga, Sultan Kudarat, Sulu, Cagayan de Oro, Mandaluyong, and Manila. Recall that ballot boxes from these provinces and cities did not contain any COCs, causing a slight delay in the canvassing. Nevertheless, the canvassing this week is considered to be one of the fastest in election history. Meanwhile, Pangarungan is giving the provincial election officers 48 hours to explain their side. We'll be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. U.S. President Joe Biden is asking Americans to pressure members of Congress to pass sensible gun laws after another mass shooting in Texas. Biden denounced the shooting at the Robb Elementary School in Texas, which saw over a dozen children and some teachers dead. The 18-year-old gunman was later on killed in a shootout with the police. Biden has demanded swift action on gun safety in response to the incident. Flags at the White House and at U.S. federal and public buildings will all be flown at half-mast until May 28.
I am sick and tired of it. We have to make it clear to every elected official in this country, it's time to act. It's time for those who obstruct or delay or block the common sense gun laws. We need to let you know that we will not forget. We can do so much more. We have to do more.
A recent survey conducted abroad shows that 1 in 5 people are thinking of switching jobs in the next 12 months in search of better work culture. More details in this video by Bloomberg.
Engaging with employees, experimenting with your people to find the right outcome for both them and you as an organisation is really important. I'm here at Davos to spend a lot of time talking with other businesses, with governments, with NGOs and civil society around the real challenges from a skills and workforce perspective. We've just launched our Hopes and Fears survey for 2022. We had 52,000 people respond, so it's the biggest survey that's out there in the market. And we've all heard about the Great Resignation, we've all heard about the war for talent, but actually we really wanted to hear from the people who are in the work. We know that employees have a bigger voice today than they've ever had. We know that's not going to change anytime soon. There was a number of really interesting things that came out of the survey. 1 in 5 people are actually thinking of moving to a different organisation or a different job within the next 12 months. But also there are 3 things that are really important for all employees. The first one is fair pay. The second one is meaningful work. And the third one is actually bringing their authentic self to the workplace. Your people are your most critical asset, and we spend a lot of time in organisations trying to recruit people. We don't spend enough time trying to re-recruit the people that we have today and reskill and upskill those people to be meaningful for you as an organisation and actually to drive your business forward. I think really work alongside your employees, work with your employees, understand the sentiments coming from your employees, understand the skill sets that they need, and really be very mindful and very actionable about the actions that you take to create an inclusive environment for everybody to work, but also everybody to be heard.
And here's a quick look at today's other top stories. The COMELEC Employees Union is backing the confirmation of Saidamen Pangarungan as the chairman of the poll body. The union cited Pangarungan's capable leadership in organizing this year's national and local elections. The Commission on Appointments is set to deliberate on the ad interim appointments of Pangarungan and other COMELEC officials. The Research Institute for Tropical Medicine, or RITM, has been designated as the main isolation facility for suspected and confirmed cases of monkeypox. The DOH will also assign other regional isolation facilities and hospitals that will cater to cases of monkeypox. Queen of Philippine movies Susan Rosas has been laid to rest at the Manila North Cemetery this afternoon. Her remains were interred next to that of her late husband, Fernando Poe Jr. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.